Get your voice up and ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Welcome.
I only did that because last week someone commented on our video saying, I really miss Archit's welcome. And first of all,
and he said his Wednesdays were incomplete.
yeah, thank you so much, commenter. Matthew. And I didn't want to call out his name, but sure, their name. But the more important thing is, haha, Natasha, people like my welcome.
1%.
I'm sorry, that's like a percent of our viewership, okay? So we're gonna keep it, that means. Alright, welcome to episode 29. 39, my bad. 39, we did take a break for a week, but you also got 2 weeks of consecutive content. I don't know why it made it sound
I don't know
like
why that's impressive.
Yeah. Or why did I make it sound like as if you don't deserve more content, but that's how it is. But yeah, today Natasha and I are doing a double recording as well. Super exciting, which means that you'll see the same clothes twice. Maybe I'll change and you can stay in the same.
Maybe
clothes.
I'll change.
You don't have clothes.
I have clothes.
What are you talking about? You're gonna change. Wow.
Outfit change.
Amazing. But Tashu, how are you doing? How updates? Give me some updates.
I don't know. I'm fine. Work's busy. Shadi planning is busy. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of things that need to be done. But we're like 2 months and a few days away from it, so I'm excited.
I know. 2 months, my god.
And the house is coming along.
We took the parents yesterday to see the house. They were very happy.
I take my mom every week. And I'm like, Mama thoughts? And she says the same thing every time. And then I'm like, Mama, say more.
What does she usually say?
Like, she's like, yeah, very nice. It's looking good. But then I'm like, give me more things. Like, praise me more. Because it's all our hard work.
Yeah, it's a lot of like planning and thinking and hoping and wondering if things will work together.
Joey.
All the things together. But yeah, like lots of things are coming together. I think like so it's my grandparents, my Nani and Nanu's old house. They've lived there since 2002, and then now we're moving there.
Also, just the sun is really unpredictable today.
Yeah.
So sorry in advance. Go on.
Only you care about it. I trust me. You're the only one. But oh wow, again it came up.
There you go.
So because of that, like it had a very like dated feel, and like for me it's a very precious house because I've kind of like grown up there a little bit. It was much closer to my school than any of the houses I've ever lived in Gurgaon, which meant that I used to like come after school before my tuition classes and things like that. So like the ways that we're doing up the house and changing it around, like it took me some time as well to like acknowledge all of it because it felt like we're like erasing something, but more now more than ever before, it feels like we're actually like acknowledging its existence and like making it work for us and for the future of our lives, which is we're gonna be in that house for some time at least. So I'm just really excited that we're able to do that.
Yeah.
And like keep the legacy of that house alive, which is like the most important thing.
Which is how we're doing it through the nameplate because everything else has changed.
Yeah, but like the bar and things like that there's lots of like reclamation that's happened as well, like things that were there already. The wood has just been repurposed. Like we made a sliding door for the living room balcony out of the door that was already there, which like my mind was blown when I like understood how that worked, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. But it's actually like really rudimentary, and like I just think it's
we used like there was this huge cabinet there, and a bar, and like not a bar on top of it, something on top of it,
like a showcase kind of a situation with like lots of pockets and cubbies and things.
We basically like slimmed down the cabinet because it was like jutting out a lot, so now it's narrower, and then just like redid the look of it, and like it's still being used.
Sofa chairs, dining chairs, those are still
dining
used.
Table chairs, sofa chairs. No, one sofa, yes, for our new podcasting setup.
Yeah.
Which we will reveal in 10,000 billion months.
Yeah. We don't.
The house is never gonna get ready.
We did that video. We should take that video live.
We'll post a video about it. You would have already seen it.
Yeah, by the time
this episode comes out.
We would have put out a video. We should maybe make it into a reel.
Okay.
I think that'll be cool. Just like updates.
Cool. It's kind of long, so I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, that's on you, editor. Or if you want to give it to me, I can do it.
I got you chocolate.
Oh, thank you. I'm not gonna eat it right now. Oh my god. Guys, it's an empty little strip of chocolate.
Don't ruin it. I basically folded it back up. So
after eating it. So Tashu has no updates. I don't have many too. I started a new job. I feel like every time I do this podcast, I talk about a new job. But yeah, I started one new job. We'll talk about it more. But yeah, it's exciting and new and different and fun. And I travel to Delhi every day to do the job. So yay!
We love Delhi. Not.
I really like Delhi.
Not me.
But yeah. Okay, cool. So that's updates. Do we want to start with our main topic of the show? Cool. So we were thinking, why not talk about like personal styles? Like one of the things that we get a lot of as questions, and I get this for Natasha more than I get it for myself on DMs is
it's all the gals.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I love what Natasha's wearing, this dress, where is it from? And then I have to ask Natasha, hey, where did you get this from? And then I have to relay it back. So I've become like an assistant to Natasha's fashion choices. Again, constantly saying to Natasha that she should just become a content creator so that she can do all these things on her own. She already has people now. This week, there was someone who created a fake account for Natasha. So Natasha Ratti, guys, is Natasha Ratti with 2 eyes.
I'm sure the podcast listeners know that.
Yeah, and that's the OG one. And then this new fake person added a 3rd eye and just like ran with it.
Yeah, and there's also natasharatti.k, which is like my work. I had started it.
Yeah, her freelance work portfolio.
Yeah, like
you should update that with some of the work that you're doing now.
Yeah,
with Capria and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, maybe.
It'll be cool. We can do some stories about it. But that so you know, she's pretty famous at this point, and I feel like she could really like turn things around and get us that 4th income. So I'm just a banya at the end of the day, right? Like constantly thinking about how to earn more money. So little awful that way.
Very good.
People think that I'm not like that, but I am. So a lot of people ask us about these things. People do ask about my shirts and things like that as well. So we thought, okay, like why don't we just give a rundown of like what do we typically wear, why we wear certain things, and like what defines our personal styles? Because I do think that both of us do dress a little differently than what people generally do, and that's.
I think you more than me, but yeah.
I mean, sure, but I do think that we both have different styles. Like, for when we started dating for the first 3 years, you had that whole like pant and like top situation, and then then she transitioned from there to a jean situation for a little bit, and then you moved into this dress situation, and like winters and summers are different for you as well. Not just because of like I need more warmth, but also like my stylistic choices and colors and things like that change. So there are things that you like consciously think of to make that happen. And I just constantly think of how can I not look like every Delhi boy in the city, and that's how I kind of run with it. Yeah. So over to you, Tash.
Me?
Yeah,
Me
you first. Come on.
Okay. I think my personal style just comes from like comfort and what I'm most comfortable wearing. It's like I can't even think about what to say. Basically, like I'm a big sized gal, and it's always just like been. I remember like as a child and everything, and like back in the 2000s, whatever, like the early 2000s and whatever, even maybe up to like 2010. We just got low-rise jeans always, right?
Yeah.
And I used to hate that shit.
I mean, high school fashion shouldn't be counted for because that's not personal style.
No. I'm not saying that. So like, I used to hate jeans because of it, because they were all like low rise.
Even for girls, it was low rise. Low rise.
Yeah, like high waisted jeans came towards the end of school, I feel. So like 20,
like men still
like
don't
post 2010,
Yeah.
I think like 2012 is when like high waist started to come in, and it wasn't like mad high waist, it was just like a little higher. And I could be wrong, like maybe I'm getting the timelines
And like
wrong.
crop tops
Crop
also
tops came
earlier.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of crop tops when I was in school.
So crop top and low rise jeans.
Maybe they came at the same time. I
Yeah.
could be wrong. The sunlight.
I'm loving it.
Oh.
Guys, I'm loving the sun.
So-
Natasha just doesn't like it.
So yeah, so I transitioned to like high waisted jeans very early on because I was like, fuck this. Because every time I would sit, like you could see my ass.
Yeah.
And it was really uncomfortable, and I was always like pulling my shirt down. So I was always a jeans wearer. And then of course like the comfortable jeans, God bless manufacturers, when like they started to introduce like lycra into jeans, and then they had like the stretchy material and blah blah blah. Jeggings I got onto much later in life, but like because I was like, ugh, everybody used to love those like Zara jeggings, and they used to have this like, I don't know, this like silver zip on, maybe on the side or something. I used to think they were so tacky, so I waited till Zara came out with non-zip jeggings, which was probably like 2016. But yeah, so for me it was always just like, what do I feel most comfortable in, both like mentally and physically. So like I think now I'm more on the physical comfort side as opposed to the mental comfort side, because I've made my peace with the fact that my body is a certain way, and like some things look good on me, some things don't look good on me, and like I've also learned what parts of my body can be accentuated to make me look taller, slightly thinner, whatever. So like I tend to dress like that when I can. For example, the dress I'm wearing right now, and I have 10 of these in different colors, are all like cinched at the waist, which is the tiniest part of my body, and it makes me look slimmer in a certain place. I don't actually think that these dresses are very flattering, um, because then they give me like a giant hip, which when I wear like other dresses doesn't get accentuated as much. So like it is hard to figure, but I've reached the stage where I just do dresses now because it's absolutely incredibly hot in Delhi and I just want to be comfortable. And that's why I do dresses. Like again, like I said, it's just like physical comfort for me at this point. Like
Yeah.
I still do the pants. And up till last year I was still doing like pants and shirts and everything. And I got into the pant and shirt more, I think, because of like my work, because I would be like on shoots and everything. So it was just like easy, and your sleeves are kind of covered. You're not tanning out there in the heat of my lovely Delhi. So that's kind of where that came from. And I've never like worked in a professional environment where I need to wear like formal attire and stuff like that. So yeah, so I still do that sometimes, but the day I do it, I'm like, oh my god, why am I wearing pants? It's so hot. Um, Dresses are just comfy.
Yeah.
Basically.
And in terms of accessorizing, what do you do?
Nothing.
I mean, you have the watch. You got your rings.
Yeah, but that's so. I actually don't think I'm an active accessorizer. I do it when it's like when I feel like it's an occasion or like something special. I'll put on like earrings, but on the regular, I have my rings, which like I think since I was maybe like the last couple of years of school or like the last year of school or something, I used to wear a ring in my middle finger. Then
so then you could flip people off.
No,
With style.
because it was my mom's ring, and it was like it fit me the best in my middle. I have really thin fingers, so it fit me best in my middle finger. So I used to wear it there. Her fingers are fatter than mine. Then when I went to then in like 2018, I got this other garnet ring, which I preferred over the one I used to wear before. So that I started wearing in my middle finger. Then you gave me this ring. So then I switched hands.
It was the tiniest diamond ring ever.
It's really cute though.
I don't know why she still wears it. Like,
because it's special.
What happened? So the garnet ring that she's talking about, like, Natasha loved garnet
Don't
because
talk to me about
garnet was her
It's
birthstone.
our birthstone.
Sure, Aquarian birthstone. And then I got Natasha for one of our like birthday or anniversary, one of the events. I got Natasha.
It was my birthday.
It was your birthday. I got her earrings made of with garnet in them. It was just garnet, yeah.
Mhm.
And Natasha hates earrings because her ear holes are
Really tiny.
dysfunctional, and
Just really tiny.
just dysfunctional, right? It doesn't function as it's supposed to.
Whatever.
Dysfunctional. So she used to wear that. She had to get them fixed.
I
And
mean,
retooled
explain it
and all.
better. The ear holes are so tiny that I can't do thick stick earrings. And the one Archit gave me was thick with like the screw-on back as opposed to the push button back. And so we had to go and get fixed.
Yeah, and then
continue.
Natasha loved them a lot, like she because of the fact that she got them and everything, and like I remember that year that she wore them almost every day. So like Natasha would come in the mornings to work out with her hair tied up, and then she'd wear these like two little studs. And Natasha hates studs. I appreciate so much that she was wearing them because of the notional value that I got them. If someone else had gotten it, for like her mother had gotten it, she'd be like, "Hey, but she was wearing it just for that, and she, I kid you not, looked like a Rajasthani boy in the morning. With those,
I'll describe what they look like.
She could wear that one string sitar that they play the violin and go.
Now we've been together for long enough for me to be like, what the fuck were you thinking? At the time, we've been together for like a couple of months because June to Jan.
It was our first year.
Yeah. Oh. So it was our first year. It was my first birthday in this relationship, and he got it for me. Now at the time I was like, chalo, like, it's sweet, and it is still sweet, but like it's a square shaped stud. Ugly, okay? Ugly as
Guys,
it gets.
no jewelry maker makes garnet things. Like
You don't have
it's just not. And Natasha was like, I love garnet. That's the only thing that was in my head, and I was like, okay, I must find something for garnet.
The garnet ring I had was so gorgeous, and unfortunately, like I picked it up. Oops, I picked it up in Prague. It's not an episode if I don't hit the mic.
Yeah, it's not an episode that I have to fix some noise.
Whatever. I picked it up in Prague, and then like after like 2-3 years or something, one of the stones fell off, and then I think I found the stone so I could get it replaced. But then
got a replacement stone.
No. As in I could get it fixed. First I found it's fallen off like 3 times. The same. So it got loose and then it kept falling off. And then one day I just lost the patthar. And so I had to get it replaced and it was really sad. So that's why I'm not like, for a long time I was still wearing it with the replacement, but it just didn't feel like my ring anymore. So I'm not that attached to it anymore. But yeah, so we've just completely gone off. But my accessories are more like just like on the regular. I don't take off my rings. I don't take off my watch all day except for when it's charging. And usually I wear this like necklace, which I'm not wearing right now, but it's
surprising.
I took it off that day when we went for Sharon's like party because I haven't worn it since. But again, I like wear it all the time. I shower with it, so I don't consider any of these things as like accessories. I just consider them as part of my body. And yeah, earrings
and shoes, chappals. What do you do?
Again, it's for me. It's very like comfort related. I don't like to do shoes because my feet need to breathe, and I don't sit with my feet down. And we all know about my like issues with cleanliness and stuff. So like I will not. I don't like to touch my feet. I don't like to touch my footwear, and so I need slippers which are just slide on, no strap in the back, because then that means I have to touch it to put it on. I need something that comes off and comes on easily. And now I just do Birkenstocks because yeah. I bought them first when we were going to Goa, and like in the monsoon, I was like, cool, I'll get a waterproof pair of slippers. And now I just like wear them regularly. And the days I don't wear them and I wear like other like flats that are like slides, I really regret it because my feet hurt so much. So yeah, and then I'm trying to get into like heels. I'm getting there, like 1 inch heels.
Yeah.
And I went on a whim and picked up like these giant wedges from H&M because like I thought they were so cute. I've worn them once, but 2 days back to back, and the pain. Oh my god!
But Tash, we have to talk about the day that day as well.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it after. But okay, you go, and then I thought of like after this, let's also discuss like where do we regularly shop from. But,
Cool.
But where does your style come? Like,
Yeah.
define yourself.
Okay, so my style, even in like from school, starting from school, I had this like urge to look a little different from everyone else. So typically men's clothes are polo shirt, jeans, shoes, socks. That's it, and watch, chunky watch, and that's it.
Chunky Pandey.
And I didn't. So one of the things that I started realizing that I didn't like was that I didn't like shirts with words on them. Like I can't do graphic tees. I feel like I'm a billboard. So I don't enjoy that. And as a child, I really liked them. Like there used to be a company called Tantra, long time back.
I always call it Tantra.
Okay, whatever. But
I remember that.
It's
iconic.
Yeah, it was iconic. It used to make like really funny, punny Indian specific shirts, and I used to really love them. But I kind of grew out of them very quickly, and now I only do like shirts with words for like workout. Like all my gym clothes will have big Nike on it, or like I love my college shirts, so I wear them a couple of times.
He has one which is like a lemon.
Yeah. I really love it.
It's a lemon doing weights.
Yeah.
What does it say? When life gives you lemon,
you lift.
When life gives you lemons, lift.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it says when life gives you lemons on the front with like a lemon holding weights, and then on the other side it's the lemon is like raised up his hands with the weights, and it says lift, and it's just really nerdy, and I quite like it. So I only do that for like workouts and stuff,
and night suits. Same.
Yeah.
We're the same in that sense.
Yeah, night suits are interchangeable.
No graphics on our clothes. Please.
And I like in school, because in school we had uniform and all. Like we didn't. I at least, and Natasha had a vibrant social life. I did not. So like I really didn't go out as much. But whenever I did, which was mostly like tuitions or like birthday party, I had become like I was the one who used to wear like kurta pajamas or kurta with jeans. That was like my thing. Like my friends used to call me Kurta Man for some reason. Then I went to America and I started to realize that at 20 degrees Celsius to lower temperatures throughout the year, because I was in Ohio, we couldn't wear kurtas all the time, and also it was kind of hard to like stick out like a sore thumb wearing a kurta all the time. So I didn't do that, but I started incorporating like a little bit of Indianness throughout my clothing. So like in the summers, I would only wear kolhapuris, and that was just because they were cool, they were different.
But they're so uncomfortable to walk.
I found comfortable ones, and like just like leather, like they will mold your foot, so they did.
Yeah, but they like have no base.
No, these ones did. So
I feel like
fine.
For women, they tend to create products with no like cushioning in the bottom. I guess you get it for men.
So that I started doing that. Then in college, I found this company called Pura Vida, which was this like accessories brand, and what they do is that they make these, and I wear them all the time. Even now, I'm wearing them. These ones have faded a little bit, so I'll replace them. But they are just like threaded rope bunched up together, and they tie them up and they sell them. And each product that you buy, they go to different causes. I got into it because of the cause-based thing, but what I realized was that I really just liked to fill my hands with something. It became conversational. It was just, again, just different than what everyone else was doing. I do wear an Apple Watch, and then my clothes now are a lot of like prints that are unique. So like this is a very unique print in many ways, but why I like this shirt most importantly is the cut.
It's because I got it.
Yeah, but it's a cut thing as well. Like this is a very different kind of collar than what you would find anywhere else. But and so like that's what I'm looking for is like shirts or t-shirts or mostly shirts actually that are buttoned down. They have a unique print. They are something that's a little different. I love to work with colors that work with me, and being dark, a lot of colors work, and some colors really don't work. So I have to just be wary of that. And then one of the things that I found really fascinating with my personal style was that I just like Natasha, I don't like closed-toed shoes as much. So I was doing a lot of like Birkenstocks was what I loved and in college, and then I just like really went with them. But then I started doing other chappals and things like that. So I feel really confident in that, and I think a lot of people do frown upon showing your toes, but like, I mean, it's Delhi, man. I don't care. It's so hot always,
Yeah.
and
I think it's very dependent on the situation.
Yeah.
Some situations do require
Yeah.
formality,
Yeah.
and some don't, and like luckily our work doesn't.
Allow,
either
yeah.
of either of our works don't.
Yeah, people don't
So
really
it's
care.
good.
And I think
Yeah.
what's also changing, and because I used to work in a company that I had formal wear, so I used to wear formal clothes, but even then I would go and get it from Fab India as compared to like a Van Heusen or something, just because like prints are different or fabric is different. I really love fabrics. Like it comes from my mother, but like I don't like polyester as much. So I find like lots of cottons and linens, and like I'm really fascinated by like heathered looks and inconsistencies in products, because like those like flecks are so cool. Like it's things that make something unique that I find fascinating.
Archit and I are very different when it comes to that.
So I really love that, and I, I really just enjoy finding things that are able to therefore tell somewhat of a different story than what every other clothing would do. But yeah, and I think COVID really like fucked it all up for me, was because one, I mean, sure I gained weight, but that's okay. Like, clothes are supposed to fit you. You're not supposed to fit them. So I have I have lots of clothes in varying weights and sizes, so that's great. But what really fucked up during COVID was that COVID became like leisure wear. Everything just became athleisure and efficiency, and like how do you make sure that you don't go sore, or like things don't tear and things like that. So my clothing style had really like gone for a toss, and now I'm trying to bring back some of that.
His clothing style went from like boy who only wears Nicobar to boy who only wears like jersey shorts all day.
Yeah. And it was like, I couldn't do anything about it, so I didn't really like take that stress. But now that I'm working 5 days a week in an office, or even just before this as well, like when we started creating more content that had me more in the face, I started realizing that I have to do that because it's an important way to identify ourselves, or at least myself. And even the hand accessories, I still actually do them because for more often than not, that's the only thing that you see in my videos, and that's the only way that you can identify a video by me versus someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just quickly do brands that we love and buy things from.
Okay.
Go.
I'm a basic bitch. I love H&M. I don't love Zara. And sure, people will be like,
Uniqlo is another one. Zara, Uniqlo,
I
H&M.
think I love Uniqlo.
I mean, but you do get stuff from there. Like utilitarian things are very high there. Like heat tech is something they live by.
Heat tech is something that's underneath though, but sure, like in the winters I get heat tech from Uniqlo. Otherwise I think I have like one shirt from Uniqlo.
Yeah. And in your tights days, you were doing a lot of Bliss Club as well.
I still do a lot of Bliss Club for my tights. When I say pants or jeans or whatever, I just mean tights at this point. I've given up. I just do Bliss Club high waisted leggings because they're so comfortable. They come with pockets. No women's clothing comes with pockets. I'm sick of it. So I do that. I do tend to find like I had a phase where I was doing these like high waisted culotte kind of pants.
Yeah.
Those were from this like homegrown brand. I don't even remember the name anymore, but if somebody asks me specifically, I will look at the pant and see what it is. The reason I've stopped wearing them is because like one faded terribly and the other one like the button kind of like the hole for the button exceeded whatever. Like it's too big now and the button doesn't remain closed. So I stopped wearing those. But yeah, I think like a lot of H&M for just like my day-to-day wear. Like all my crop tops are from there. A lot of my like jeans are from there. And a bunch of tops I'm sure as well. And then for Zara, I had that phase of these oversized shirts and I bought one in every color. So Zara for that. Zara has nice like jackets, I guess. So like I get better winter wear at Zara than I do at H&M. Also, I think quality is slightly better, so it's always good to get like warmer clothes. And then these dresses are from this shop in Jaipur called Riddhi Siddhi, Riddhi Siddhi, and
I have a really cool fun fact about Riddhi Siddhi.
They're not the children of the owner.
No, that's not.
Because the last time we were at the shop, there were these two little girls, and Archit was like, "Are those Riddhi and Siddhi?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah, so this is in Jaipur, and they do a lot of like export import business, and then they also start selling a lot of their stuff in India. You can only buy it at the store, but it's a really popular place. So if you do go,
Yeah.
definitely check out Riddhi Siddhi. My fun fact was not on Riddhi Siddhi the store, but like the name Riddhi and Siddhi.
Okay.
So the Riddhi and Siddhi come from mythology, Hindu mythology, where
Thought so.
they were Ganesh's wives.
Okay.
Riddhi and Siddhi were twins, and they were his wives. It was really freaky, and I learned that today. Last week in office, somehow we started looking at the family tree of Hindu mythology. We found some really fun things. Honestly, till like 11 o'clock, nobody works.
I'm just loving his new job.
I am. It's great.
Yeah, and then I did a lot of Nicobar. I had a phase.
Because you also worked there.
I was working there. I had a phase. Now not so much. Of course, like Nicobar patterns are iconic and like they have fucking pockets. So yeah, so of course, like if I'm wearing it, you'll know I'm wearing it because you know it's Nicobar. But that's kind of it. And then of course there are like some places on and off where I'll get dresses from. I love Jodi, but it's really expensive. And I don't have the money to waste on a dress, you know. And the problem with Jodi life is that I don't know, their photography is kind of strange. So what I thought I was ordering was a full length dress, and it came and it was like knee length on me. And then I was like, hello, madam, please, can you change? And then they were like, sure, it's going to be like 2,000 rupees more. And I was like, already spent 10K on your fucking dresses. Like, fuck you. So, as much as I loved them, and I do, of the two dresses that I bought, I still regularly wear one of them.
The blue one.
The green one.
The green one.
The blue one I stopped wearing.
It's such a nice dress.
It's really short. Like, I don't find it comfortable.
Okay.
It's not like unbelievably short. It's like this weird knee length that I don't like. Like, either give me like maxi midi or then give me like proper short. I'm not gonna do knee length. Like, it feels like a frock to me. So I stopped wearing it. But yeah, they're really expensive. There's Happy Space. Same problem though, that I don't know, do tall girls not exist in India?
They don't.
Yeah, they do, man. Fuck this. So anyway, I ordered a dress again. It was really short, and I was like, "Badal do, didi, please." And then they took like 2 weeks to badlo it. And of course, they charged me more for it, and I was like, "Fuck you! Like, this is not my fault." One of the brands that I'm really dying to try is Angrakha, and they're not like, I don't know why I haven't done it. It's what stresses me out is when they ask for when they ask for measurements, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck it up. Because and then these companies, Angrakha, and then there's another one, and I can't remember the name anymore. But like they don't do returns, and I just don't trust like online shopping in that sense. So it's like a pain, especially if you're like making something to my dress, to my size. You're tailoring something for me specifically. Obviously, you're not going to take returns, but then that's a little stressful as a shopper.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it, and yeah, there are some brands that I've been wanting to try, but I just haven't till now.
Cool.
And I really want to go to H&M because I've been eyeing this dress. I have it in like yellow and some colors, and they have one in red, and I want to go and buy it.
We're gonna go right after this to H&M. Cool. So for me, really quickly, my favorite place for like really like well-made shirts is actually Nicobar. But the thing with Nicobar is that their sizes are a little like they run a little short. So my thin boy phase was when I wore them the most. And then
he says as he wears Nicobar.
I'm in all
top to
Nicobar
bottom.
today. But that's because I've gone back to a size that where my older clothes are fitting me. But the thing with Nicobar, and it's a problem, is that their clothes wear really quickly. So
Yeah.
if you wash them enough, you wear them enough times, their whole look changes, and you feel
It looks terrible.
they look awful. Like everything
Yeah.
fades, and regardless of you do hand wash or machine wash, or you
Yeah.
wash them yourselves, or you take a spray and you just spray them down. They
Dry
will,
shampoo.
Yeah, dry shampoo them, dry clean them. They just do not survive.
Yeah.
And so that's a big problem, especially with pants. So I don't do a lot of pants from them because they're expensive and then they tear and break down. But that being said,
even their shirts, like the fabric is really thin,
Yeah.
so they actually literally will rip,
Yeah.
or something like that.
So I've actually had to buy some of the things again and again. Like
Yeah.
I do have doubles of the same shirt or something like that.
Triples.
No, doubles only, no triples.
You have triples.
No, I don't. I promise.
The white one
The white one is two.
with the red.
Yeah, that's
Nicobar.
two, and I only wear the old one. I still don't wear the new one. And so that's one. Fab India is a great other alternative. What I love about Fab India is the fact that their sizes do run a little big, which means that they do you're just more free in those shirts. And their bush shirt, specifically their bush shirt, which is a half sleeve shirt that they have, they hit just my waist and they don't go lower. And my problem is that I am taller from my legs than my torso. So I need shorter shirts because otherwise they cover my ass and then my ass looks really big. And it's just in my head. It's a fat boy person problem. When I was thicker, much thicker, I always had that consciousness. And Natasha knows I have lots of anxieties with my body.
So much.
So that Fab India is another option. I have found some homegrown brands that do really good shirts as well.
Can I just add quickly, for girls, Fab India, girls my size and close, Fab India sucks for us because, as you said, they do run big, and then it kind of takes away from every curve in your body.
Yeah.
And I just fucking hate it.
My shirts have no curves.
I know.
They're very
But I'm talking about for women's
Yeah.
clothing. Fab India does not believe in tapering at certain places. Everything is just straight, and it makes you look like a dabba.
Yeah.
Which I really dislike.
Yeah, I don't like dabba looking clothes as well.
Yeah.
So that is a problem.
Yeah.
Now, the homegrown brands that I'm looking at are Amala Earth is a website that has a lot of different brands that they curate. Couple of brands that are really nice over there for men. Men's clothes in general are a challenge. So once you find something, you tend to stick with them and you become their lifelong patron. So I'm gonna still explore more because there are a lot more new homegrown brands that I think will make good clothes.
Yeah.
So we'll do more of this maybe in the future episodes.
Yeah,
We'll
just
do another
yesterday you
one.
sent a link
Yeah.
to some new place.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the
Yeah,
name.
and I've started saving them as well. Okay, I will buy eventually when I
Yeah.
have more
A
money.
couple of weeks ago, Diet Sabya had done a bunch of stories on brand selling menswear, and I sent it to Archit, but I sent him the story and not the brands individually. And obviously he saw it late and the stories were gone, and
Yeah.
now we're lost.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The other thing though that's really fascinating that I had never gone into, and now that we had done a house and also our wedding clothes, is you can just get them tailored and made. Natasha used to do that before. I know she's gonna be I knew it for a long time, but I did not know this.
I don't get a lot of things tailored though.
I know.
I feel I have really bad luck with tailors. I don't know. I feel cursed when it comes
Yeah.
to them. So I actually don't like to get things stitched for myself. Even though that would be ideal because I don't necessarily fall under a regular
Yeah.
size at any shop. It varies so much and it's really stressful. But I don't actually do tailors. I do tailors for Indian wear,
Yeah.
if anything.
So I want to get into that a little bit because I think we can find some really good fabrics, and we actually found some really cool fabric when we were looking for blinds. We found a blind kapda that was good for shirts. So we're going to use.
We'll try it out and see how it goes. But there's an amazing shop in Chirag Dilli / Sheikh Sarai, because I don't know what it is actually, because we call it Chirag Dilli, my mom calls it Sheikh Sarai, and I don't actually know what it is. But they're basically 4-5 basements, and they just have export Kamal.
Extra export Kamal.
Extra export Kamal, and I don't even know
Yeah.
so much fabric, so many options. you should wear a mask and go in there. We forget every time. So the last time we went, we came out and we were like dying of like dust particles and stuff. So
dust and fiber, lots of fiber.
So I had like a really itchy nose and throat. Archit was like sneezing away. We both like popped Allegra. But this place is amazing, and we'll report back on the shirt once it gets made, if and when it gets made, and we'll tell you how it does, so that like if you guys want to go, you can go.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much it. What we will do is in our captions, we'll link some of the other, we'll just talk about the other brands that we do like. We probably don't have all of them in the back of our heads.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have another one to add.
Sure, go ahead. I was just doing a wrap up because we're 40 minutes in.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Quickly about my makeup.
Oh.
And maybe you can do a little bit about your skincare, though he doesn't do a lot. I started going to a dermat, everybody knows on this podcast, early this year for like one specific problem, and then I was like, okay, well, can you also help me with this and this and this? That one specific problem obviously went away. I had like insanely dry skin, so that stopped because I was put on medication and everything. But like on the regular, I just do like under eye gel, and then I do a little bit of cream, some ointment for my scar on my head, which I don't think is improving, but whatever, like koi baat nahi. And then just a shit ton of sunscreen. And then in terms of makeup, I have a very like oily skin, so I do like compact as opposed to foundation. So like I buy MAC compact, which is so expensive. Again, what the hell? Why is makeup so expensive? And then I do like blush, and then I use the blush everywhere on my face. So I'll do my cheeks, I'll do my eyelids, I'll do my forehead a little bit, because I feel like when I cover my face in the compact, it really like covers up my natural pinkness, and I have a very pink face otherwise. And then on days when I'm feeling like it, I'll do mascara. I've stopped doing eyeliner on a regular basis. And then I sometimes will do like highlighter as eyeshadow, and a little bit just on the whatever, the high parts of my cheekbones. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Yeah, that's my daily style. That's cool. Like my regular look.
Cool, that's
Maybe
cool.
I'll do a video of me getting ready.
Maybe we should do like makeup and skincare as a separate topic, because it can be a very long topic. Okay. For me, it's not much. I do a deodorant.
I mean,
roll
same.
On. I do a roll on. I'm just looking now like when I like get out of shower, what do I do? So I do that. I have a Kiehl sunscreen, which is very expensive, but I do use that for my face because it's like not mattifying. It's mattifying. It's not shiny.
So is mine though, and you should just use mine.
I'm happy to try more. It's fine.
In the middle, I was trying to get him onto so in Jan, was it Jan? I don't know, but basically my cousin's wife gave me a bunch of like skincare products, because I was like, ooh, Ragini, your skin is gorge. So she was like, I'll get you some stuff. And then I was using it for a bit, like for a month or something. And then I was like, Archit, you need to get onto skincare. You need to get onto skincare. So I got him some stuff. And then he used it for quite a while, because like you finished your supply, you took my supply, and I think we bought it one more time, and then now you stopped.
No, we didn't buy anything.
I bought for you.
Oh.
Maybe the first time only I bought for you.
Yeah, I mean, I do it sometimes, but I'm not regular.
I gave him snail mucin and he hated it. He's like, what
awful.
the fuck is that shit? People like swear by it.
Nothing has changed.
I don't use it, unfortunately.
I use it for 2 months. You saw no change in
2 months is nothing.
Yeah, 2 months तो बहुत होता है.
नहीं होता है.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Anyway, so I can see Archit constantly looking at the time.
Yeah, because like, you have to go to H&M. I don't know why you're like, just yapping away. And then I think that's mostly what I do. I do use sunscreen, and then for my hair, I'm very particular. I only have one product that I use, which is by an American company whose name I'm forgetting, but it's Beeswax. It's a beeswax pomade, which is a pomade. It's again mattifying. It's amazing because it holds without water, and yeah, I really like my hair with it. But I rarely, when I'm shooting with you guys or for this episode, I rarely wear it, so you don't actually see it a whole lot.
But the way Archit's hair stays up in one place,
yeah,
is because he uses it, and he's so cute with it. He pulls out his like blow dryer, and then he keeps like drying it, and then there's me who's like.
It's a multi-step process. You have to first put it in and then take a regular comb and comb. And
He's too good.
the
He's
set.
such a professional with it though,
Yeah.
because I couldn't.
Really?
Like I just.
I feel like I don't do well.
In the
I don't do
winters,
it well.
in the winters, at least when I used to come over to Archit's house to work out and stuff, it would be like me blow drying the left side of my hair because I could do it myself, and then for the right side, I have to like call him to assist me because I couldn't do it. Him, on the other hand, he does it like such a professional. I'm like, how long have you been doing this for?
Yeah, for years.
Yeah, I guess.
Since college.
I can't.
That's when I learned.
I don't do anything to my hair. I brush it up when it's wet and then go for 2 days and then wash it again.
So that's pretty much it. And I love only 2 perfumes, CK1 and this new Armani one that I'm trying. Armani Code. But that's it.
I don't care for perfumes. I'm more of a body mist girl.
It's the same damn thing.
Victoria's Secret Bath and Body Works.
Yeah. All right, cool. Great episode. Very long. I hope that you enjoy it. And
I hope you guys start dressing like me.
Sure. But sure, if you have any questions, if there are things that we've definitely missed, which we know we have, you just tell us and we will get back to you.
And if you guys want me to start tagging brands like a true content creator on my like Instagram, comment below and tell me that you do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. I think it's so embarrassing.
Cool.
Okay, bye.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.